Rocky Mountain Sasquatch. I would like to share with you two emails sent to us from the Upstate, New York. The first one is a Bigfoot evidence. The second one is an up-close sighting along the Mohawk River. Jackson writes RMSO. Two of my friends and I, 2 years ago, were camping at a lake in upstate New York. You had to canoe kayak into this lake through a river. On one of the banks of the river, one of my friends spotted this footprint. The footprint was bigger than the oar. I didn't think about a size comparison picture at the time, but you can see where the heel goes into the water, pushing the grass into the water on the prints. What confused me for a long time was the thumb and half of a print of the hand on the side of it. The hand print looks deeper than the footprint. Maybe it didn't want to fall in the water and tried to keep its balance. I don't think it's the full Sasquatch print on the foot part, though. The heel goes into the water. You can see the grass being forced into the river where the heel should be. A guy named Aaron took a look at the print and said, I just did the math based on the average size of a weasel print, which is on the top of the Sasquatch print. Based on that print, it came out to 40 to 43 centimeters or 16 to 17 inches. At the size, it actually would definitely be close to the blade of the paddle. RMSO comments. This appears to be consistent in shape with Bigfoot tracks we have documented, including the partial hand and thumb impression on the left side of your photo. Great photo. Thank you for documenting this find in a place most people could not get to on foot. This one is a sighting report, and the guy could not get any closer. Man bumps into an 8-foot tall Bigfoot walking in thick fog along the Mohawk River. The witness wants to remain anonymous and writes RMSO. In the summer of 1970, probably around mid-June, I was hitchhiking along Route 5 between Amsterdam and Schenectady, New York. It was late night, early morning, and about 1 to 2 a.m. in the morning, it was very foggy, as it was along the Mohawk River during the hot weather. I couldn't see very far, and I was worried about walking off the road into the guardrail and bruising up my legs, or getting off into the middle of the road and getting hit by a car. So I was walking with 1 foot in the gravel alongside of the road and 1 on the road. I was in a spot where the fog was particularly thick, and I put my hands out in front of me because I had lost the road and was both feet in the gravel. I took a couple of hesitant steps and both hands went up against a very hairy animal. It was wet and smelled really bad. Evidently, it was as surprised as I was and let out an almost human drawn out, "Huh?" I froze solid and couldn't make a noise or move a muscle. But whatever it was ran down the road. It sounded like it was 2-footed. Slap, slap, slap down the road out of hearing. I stayed where I was because whatever I had encountered had gone back the way I was going. I didn't want to run into it again. I sat on the guardrail and smoked a couple of cigarettes and waited for the fog to lift a little. As the fog lifted, I saw at the edge of the fog a 2-legged, furry, dark brown figure about 7 to 8 feet tall. It ran across the road, jumped over the guardrail. I know what a bear looks like. It wasn't a bear. RMSO responds. Anonymous, this is the norm. Crazy, that had to be scary as hell. Glad you were able to see it in the end. I hope you guys all enjoyed the Bigfoot evidence from upstate New York and one person's up-close Bigfoot sighting. Can't get any closer than touching the creature. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.